Hey, what's up, guys? It's MajorDangle here coming to you from USD2 today. And I know it's been a while since I've made any Blitz YouTube videos. And the first few that I did make, it was right around the time that Reforged was announced. And I just kind of decided what was the point of making videos on a game that might completely change here in the future. But I still love this game and I play it all the time. It's one of my favorite games. And I got a new PC, so my videos should be much better quality. I still don't do editing or nothing like that really, so it's not going to be nothing special. And I am just an average player in this game, so my opinion doesn't really mean a whole lot. And many players know much more about this game and the tanks in it than I do. But anyways, I decided to make a video on a few of the tanks that I really like, and the Kranvagn here is one of them. And I always like to get a little history on tanks, and unfortunately, Kranvagn, there's not a lot of history on this tank. It was, of course, a Swedish heavy tank. Kranvagn loosely meant mobile crane. It was a heavy tank developed secretly in Sweden during the 1950s. The intention was to replace the Swedish Army's small tank fleet with a tank that could counter the Soviet IS series heavy tanks, and a tank that could be upgraded continuously. Due to its size and power to weight ratio, it was often considered more of a medium tank than a heavy tank. Uh, the project was ultimately discontinued during development, and only two chassis were ever built. They were later rebuilt and served as testing platforms for other tanks for the Swedish Army. But there ain't too many pictures or isn't too much information that I could find on this tank. There's models, and then there's this picture from the Tank Museum website, but this is just the hull here. And like I said, they had a few models, but that's about it on this tank. And as far as I know, the emails and the Kranvagn were never actually produced. And speaking of the emails, the line coming up to the Kranvagn here, it's a pretty solid line. You got the email 2, it's an amazing tank. Email 1, amazing tank. I don't know too much about the Leo or the Struve 74 or any of these other ones, but these last three in this line are all just amazing tanks. So definitely worth the grind here. And there's been many videos on this tank. You guys know all the stats and everything, so we'll just go through it really quick. It offers 2,496 hit points. The turret on this tank is very good. If you can hide everything but the turret on this tank, you should be good. Get all kinds of bounces. Only when the turret is head on, though. It has 225 mils of armor on the turret. The hull only has 100, and the sides and the rear, not much armor. You're going to get penned on the sides, rear, and in that hull, on that hull there, pretty easy. So just got to keep that hull hidden. You should be fine, and keep your sides and rear hidden. This tank has an amazing gun on it, an auto reloading gun, damage per minute of 2,648. This gun, you don't want to dump that last shell. If you can, only fire that first and second shell, or even just the first shell, because you see that reload time on the first shell is 6.56 seconds. The second shell is 9.38. The third shell is 13.13 seconds. So that's a pretty long reload if you dump that clip. I would definitely recommend just shoot the first and second shot and save that last shot just in case you need it, but hopefully you won't have to. So pretty good penetration with this gun here. 270 for armor piercing rounds, heat rounds 350 mils, and HE rounds 65 mils of penetration. Average damage for armor piercing rounds is 410 hit points, heat rounds 350 hit points, and HE rounds 530 hit points. The gun has a 9-degree depression and 10-degree elevation, so really good depression on this tank. It's a pretty quick tank too. Top speed of 34, 18 in reverse, and average of 29 kilometers per hour. It's a pretty quick tank for a heavy tank. And you also got that super speed boost that does help quite a bit. This is how I have my tank equipped, and again, I'm just an average player. There's probably better ways to equip your tanks, but this is how I have mine equipped, and it seems to work pretty good for me. So it's hard to make a video about a tank and then get a good battle. So I think we're just going to look at a replay for it. It's not a particularly good battle, but it's not a bad battle. It's uh, on this map. It's a little hard to stay hauled down, especially on heavy side over here, which is the best thing you could do with this tank. Again, you kind of want to just keep that lower plate hidden, and if you can just show that turret. But even on the turret, these hatches can be penned, and I think even right around the gun can be penned a little bit. But for the most part, you should get pretty good bounces, and we're gonna work our way up to this spot. I often like this spot right here. If you can get up here quick enough, you can get a couple shots off while players are crossing and you're not spotted yet. But I did poke there and I did get shot, and unfortunately I got shot again. Took a little bit of damage right there at the beginning and used 2 shots. So now I'm going to just wait and reload that clip. So again, it's more of a hull down tank. This isn't the greatest map to showcase this tank's ability, and of course I'm not the greatest player, so it's not really a side scraping tank. But if you could side scrape a little bit here, and that's maybe what I kind of should have done, was side scrape a little bit and try to get a shot off into that E5 over there. Might have worked, but we've got a lot of tanks over here, so I'm playing a little cautiously, and we've got this whole re poking at us. So we get 2 shots into him, but we do take a shot in return. And again, shot 2 shots. Now we're going to just sit and wait and reload. Tell our team we need a little help here. We see that Concept 1B and the Progetto over there. And I don't think there's any other tanks sitting up in this spot up here. You see I look up there. And so I just decide, hey, I'm going to come around. I see all the other tanks over on the heavy side here, so I'm going to get a couple shots into this TS-60. And I am going to dump my clip on him. You got to use your best judgment. I just felt like I was just going to dump my clip just in case he decided to back up and come at me. So we're going to just sit and wait and see that long reload on that last shot. But we still got the Concept 1B over on medium side there, so we're not too worried about him. We don't got nobody behind us yet. But I see him pushing a little bit on my 103, and he's about to die, so I'm going to come and take out this TS-60. I got a full clip now, and now I can take out the 114 and maybe try to take out that Hori. I missed my shot, unfortunately, but Hori gets a shot on us, and he's coming at us, and you see that super speed boost right there. Even in reverse, it ended up going pretty quick in reverse just to get out of danger there. It's pretty helpful. So we got 1 shot, but it's worth it to take out that E5 there. Now we got 3 kills in this game. So we got a long reload on this last shot, and there's only 2 enemies left on the enemy team there. So now it's only 1 left. We got 1 shot, and we're going to go after this Hori. Hopefully get 1 more shot into him. We know that 183's got a long reload. We're going to poke this Hori and get that 4th kill. Not a bad battle there. We did 4,033 damage. Got a nice 2nd class. I mean, it's hard to get a mastery in this tank. It's a well-played tank. A lot of people love it, and a lot of people could play it much better than I could. But an average player could still get 4,000 just like that, even while making mistakes. It was a pretty good battle. It's an overall really good tank, and I would recommend grinding the line and getting the tank. So that's all I have for this video, and thanks for watching, everybody.